Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 35. We're currently playing as King Ulrich of Bavaria, Pomerania, and Bohemia, and he's the son of King Lodolf, who was himself a son of King Otto, who was our original character. We're currently involved in 3 wars, two of which, well, all 3 of which we don't give a shit about at this moment. The first one is for Chillinid Holy War for Sicily. The Chillinids are losing that by just so much because they can't get into Sicily. They're just incapable of doing it. I don't know why they declared that war. We're also at war with the Lotharingian. I've been mispronouncing that all this time, no big surprise. The de jure war for Chalons. We're in there as an ally, we don't care. It's a Carling v Carling situation, whatever. Let them all kill each other, it's fine. And we're also involved in Bagatar's conquest of Moravia. He's lost that because we joined in and kicked the crap out of him. So let's just wait for that war to finish, because then we have another war to embark on. We're all about wars, apparently. And we are wonderful. Last episode, Duke Bruno had 2 votes to our 1. Now, the Duke of Brandenburg has changed his opinion, which is great. So, all we're doing is waiting for that to happen. Excellent. So, this guy's been imprisoned, and he's lost, etc, etc, etc. That's a cool story that he's got there. She can call in a few allies, but they're kind of pointless for her. She still won't accept our vassalization because she still doesn't like us. So, it's time for a de jure claim. And I think we're going to declare for the Duke Walbert of Moravia. He's no Lodolfinger, he's an Imadinger, who are kind of the other family that we've been bringing along with us. Kind of. They've been the other big family in Bavaria. I almost said Bohemia. And he owns the other 2 counties. He owns these 2 counties. So if we give him Brno, he'll like it. So let's do that. So it's a de jure claim for Brno. The alternative to that would have been to take it ourselves, in which case we would have just given her to the Duke anyway. So, done. In we go. And now we've got 2 allies that we can call on. Well, I'm stammering all over the place for some reason. Must be getting cold. And I'll use that as an excuse. Alright, we've won that. 43% war score. Yep, alright. And she won't take the peace offer. She'll probably call in some allies, but whatever. We should have some truces. We're truced with the King of Poland for another 5 years, and we're truced with a Prince of Aquitaine for another 8 years. Now that, interestingly enough, the Corinthian is finally voting for our son there. That's because we went to war with that particular Prince of Aquitaine, this guy, to install our favoured heir, Queen Esclamonda. What I'm hoping is that she gets rid of the elective monarchy thing, because that's really going to just throw a massive spoke into all of the works. Fortunately, the other Carling places, or unfortunately if you want to look at it like that, but all of the other Carling places are, well, gavel kind. Haki Arabernan, the spymaster of Altmark, wants to kill the Duke of Brandenburg. No, no, you're not doing that at all. You will cease your vile plotting, woman. Guntram's still trying to kill the Duke. He's having a real hard time doing that. And this guy's still trying to kill this guy. Don't care. And we're plotting to kill that, well, we're plotting to kill Prince Louis of Bourbon. Because he is the current heir to Aquitaine. Right, so this war should go fairly simply for us. And what should we do after that, I hear you say? Well, we have some options. I saw a barony in here that I think we have a Littlefinger in line for. Is he a Littlefinger? I always forget. But he's also, that would be an ally, so that's not great. But yes, he is a Littlefinger. We're not going to do that. It's not important. The Eastern expansion is what is important, particularly Hungary. We need to save these good Catholics from the Tengri. Only then can we call ourselves a true Catholic. Holding a Chalon is under siege. That's fine. We took this province, most of it, last episode, just to kind of spite the Lotharingians. I don't care who wins that war or not, and we did it because we were on the way back from Aquitaine. That's irritating. Can I join in that war? Nope. She won't let me join in the war, probably because it's between a vassal of a place and her. So hopefully she wins that. I really hope that she does, because it's a war for, let's get my mouse back under control, for Bordeaux, which is just this province here, and I'd like her to keep that, because it is part of her kingdom. Unfortunately, to get back the other parts of her kingdom that she doesn't quite have yet, here we are, she'd have to go to war with West Francia for any of them. Not great. Also, Burgundy, which is part of Lotharingia at the moment, has a de jure claim on, I think, Vivarais down here. Yep, what's this? An East Francian revolt? Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that we have any casus belli against this. Oh, we do. We do. We can put the Count Ernst of Nuremberg or Count Lambert of Göttingen for Ulm, which is this little piece here. What's the actual war for? Count Johann's claim on East Francia. Who is Count Johann? This guy? No? Okay. We're going to try and find out who Johann is. Count Johann, that is. So, he's probably this guy. Count Johann of Wurzburg, the spymaster of Franconia. He's the only count there. So yeah, it's this guy, so it's another Carling. So, well, I was considering doing the whole, hey, you want me to join your war thing? And he'd be all like, yes, I'd love that. And somehow we'd be able to get into that despite being in a war that we're currently allied to this guy in. But we're not going to do that, because all it would do would be to put another Carling on the throne. And yeah, it is Count Johann of Wurzburg. So, we don't want to do that. What we will do is declare war for Count Ernst of Nuremberg. This is a little bit of a gamble, because I'm not actually sure what's going to happen. See, the Count of Nuremberg is a current vassal of ours, but if you see here, we still get the whole, if they're of the same dynasty, or if I am the de jure liege of the county of Ulm, then he becomes a vassal of me. He's already a vassal of me, so I'm not quite sure what happens there. Hey, it'll be a little experiment. And we can quite easily wrap these guys up. We just gotta kind of hope that we win these wars over here before we can come over here and, deal with stuff. And that'll take a small piece of East Francia off itself. That didn't make any sense. It'll give us another piece of East Francia, and that's always a good thing. Daughter, wonderful. Jut Littlefinger. We've got quite the range of children here. What's this, 7 kids? 2 of them are twins? Fuck, we're awesome. Still plotting to kill this guy. Yep. Chalons is still under siege. So don't care. I don't know how to convey that more. I really just do not care. So yeah, we'll probably be putting the whole Eastern Ambition thing on hold for just another little bit of time while we go and take Ulm. You know what? Bugger waiting for this war to finish. So, we're going to be waging 2 wars at once here. 2 personal wars at once. We're going to be in 4 wars at once, but we're not going to care about 2 of them. So, we're going to claim Ulm for Count Ernst of Nuremberg. Done. Then, we're going to raise personal levies. Bring them down to Nuremberg, and then just stack them out over into Ulm. And just take the place. Now, what's actually happened here? This is going to be a very bizarre situation where we should be hostile with the East Francian, but we're not. Yeah, so ordinarily what would happen is because we've declared war on a revolt, oh yes, our spy master buddy. Seriously, never get a Jewish spy master. I don't care how good they are. It's only going to end up with you dead. Hey, is this the same guy that helped us out in Aquitaine? Because that would be hilarious. I think he's got the same name. Yeah, Mashir of Nijmegen. If anybody goes back into the archive of previous videos to find out who the spy master of Aquitaine was in that period when we murdered like 5 kings in a row, and it turns out to be this guy, please let me know. I would love to know that. Classic. But seriously, Jewish spy master, terrible fucking idea. So we're still making money, but I predict that that will go away, or we won't be making as much money when the month catches up to us. There we go. We're making a fraction of gold per month. It's alright. Don't care. And let's just take ourselves out of the leadership role there. We're not quite prepared to die yet. All of our children are still children. We may end up, if we live for a good long time, we may end up giving the heir title to our grandchildren instead. We got a bit of an opinion boost with the head of the Orthodox Church. It's not who he's down in Constantinople to impress. Failure. Prince Louis of Aquitaine did not drink the wine and my complicity was discovered. However, the Queen of Aquitaine, likes us a lot. She's having another revolt down there? What the hell? Oh my god. Okay. We don't particularly want to march our troops all the way down there to get involved again, but I will if I have to. She must hold Aquitaine. Okay, you guys get a leader, Ludolf, the Count of Oberlin, and down to Ulm. But let's fight the war that we're actually involved in first, because if his war with the East Francian ends, our war ends. And we'd like that not to happen. We'd like to actually win our war, and then head on down there and beat up some goddamned revolutionaries. I don't actually know if she'll win that. I can't see all of her forces because we're not allied. And it looks like the West Francian guy took Bordeaux, which is annoying. I'll just see what happens. Almost got this siege going down here, and this one should be progressing. It's not fast, but it's not slow. And you know, I won't mind too much if these rebels win and put their Carling on the throne, because this guy doesn't like us. Admittedly, no Carling king of East Francia is going to like us because we hold Brunswick. But, you know, we could make him like us more. Will you accept peace? No. After the next one, she should. Ploughin is such a terrible place. I mean, it's hardly doing us anything here. I'd like to get rid of Saxony fairly swiftly because it's our worst. It's our worst provinces. I was looking at this actually. If we take Tyrol or Austria for ourselves as our second duchy and get rid of Saxony, that'll give us a fairly significant part of Bavaria. And the counties in there are actually quite technologically advanced. Not more than what we've got, but not any less, sort of thing. So it could be a good idea. The Lotharingians have a lot of troops, but fortunately they're all going down to Chalon to mess around down there. I'm so not concerned of that. I have a word from my co-conspirator. Seriously, just why? The prince doesn't even like the guy. I mean, guaranteed because he tried to kill him, but seriously. Okay, so we are committed to that particular assassination plot. The King of Aquitaine is rumoured to have been involved in this death. That's fine. He's killing his way through the de Beaumonts for some reason. Don't care. He can do that. He's a Littlefinger. Littlefingers can do what they want. We lost the siege of Chalon. Whatever. Just whatever. Don't care. And now they're attacking Tech? What? I already lost it. Siege of Tournou. Oh. Okay. Whatever. Seriously, don't care. Don't care about that war, don't care about anything that's going on there. I do care about this Aquitanian revolt. Okay, so the Arrow barrage didn't work, but everybody escaped and nobody worked out that it was us. Yay. So... yeah, I'm a little annoyed that Aquitaine is elective. Just because it makes it a lot harder for us to take the damn place. Even if we started, you know, pimping ourselves out to all the dukes here, it'd still be a really difficult prospect. Duke of Gelrad died. New Duke is in. New Duke likes us, that's good. Nice. The Count of Anhalt needs to just go away, though. Okay, we've got a fair amount of money. Could buy stables, but no, I'd like to just hold on to that for the moment. Just in case something pops up. You never know. I mean, we can't do a lot of the feasts and things like that. Our son, the slow one, who we're trying to train up in intrigue, apparently, he requires an educator. We're not going to give him to somebody for the purpose of upping his skills. We're going to give him to somebody for the purpose of upping their opinion of us. So the Duke of Brandenburg it is. Done. I really hope that we don't end up having to play as Prince Lothar. That would be terrible. We might force him to take the vows or something when he grows up, just to make sure that he doesn't. The High Chief of Chernigov, High Chiefess Gertruda, is trying to kill her husband, presumably so that then her son here can inherit the county of Upper Cilicia and take it away from us. We can't imprison her or anything, and she won't accept an end plot result. But she doesn't have any backers, so it's fine for now. Don't really care too much. We won the Siege of Perov, which is this one here, which gives us 100% war score with this woman. Okay, so Duke Walbert gets an opinion boost against us, and she becomes his vassal. That's fine, it's good for us because she has a negative opinion of us, but not of him. Now, we can't declare war on this guy in Domarsleach, even though I would like to, because we have levies raised. So let's send these guys over here, help out with that. And then we might come on down and help with the Aquitanian revolt again. My nephew Almeric was bitten by a snake this morning. The brave little fool keeps seeking out danger. So he's got the brave trait from this. We can say that's my lad. He gets +1 martial. That's good. I gain 5 prestige. And he gets an opinion boost against us. Same thing, just without an opinion boost against us and everybody dislikes him a little bit. Or we can make him craven. We don't want him to be craven. Let's get some prestige off him and, you know, up his martial ability. That's fine. We're grooming him to be a general. Okay, so we've almost gotten Bohemia entirely under our realm. The Polish king is in our way. We do have a truce with him though, so that's fine. I'm not terribly concerned there. And even though I would much prefer to take one of his Polish duchies from him instead of, you know, dealing with the province of Praha, getting Praha would be more strategically sound. So it's not a huge issue sort of thing. We're fine. It'll be okay. I am kind of interested to find out exactly how the result of this war for Ulm will go. What I think will happen... No, we're going to Sorcerers and Balconies. Seriously, never hire a Jewish spy master. It's not racist. It's been proven to be a bad idea. Proven. With facts. And stuff. Anyway, I'm kind of interested to see what happens to Count Ernst once he takes Ulm. Like whether he stays under my hegemony or whether he becomes an independent. If he becomes an independent, we can get him back fairly easily, I think. Because Nuremberg is part of my duchy. So we'll just get our army here, put it together. Oh, failure. The guy discovered, you know, what was happening, but he didn't work out that it was us. Doesn't matter, he still hates us so much. So much. Okay, reinforce. So this war score will tick down even faster. Now, see it's become 6.1, that's great. It's good news for us. And, get rid of some of that, that's wonderful. And yeah, we should win this war before the revolt ends. My nephew, Carloman Littlefinger, requires education. He's good at practically everything, so we're free to pick and choose. I don't think giving him to one of our vassals would be a good idea, so let's make him a steward or something. She's my nephew, so... You know what, we're kind of hard up for intriguers. I mean, these guys are all getting fairly old and all that sort of stuff, and having a spy master who likes you is very important. So we're not going to give it to this guy, because under elective monarchy, your dynasty members get a small opinion malice against you. Let's give him to... Now let's make him a diplomat. We'll give him to... Oh geez, yeah, we really don't have a lot of diplomats, do we? It's all Connor guard, so let's just give him to her, I guess. Fine. Are we losing money? No. Ah, the smaller spider makes my son Ludolf squeal and run in cover. This is good that we've got this event. It has given him a Craven trait, but fear is the mind killer. And all fixed. Gather these two armies up. This holy war down here is ended, and it really should have ended a long time ago. The guy just... The Chileanid Sultanate just cannot take anything in Sicily to save itself. All they needed was one province, and they would be winning significantly. But, well... I guess they failed. And that's an example of how the war score can really screw with you. So that war ended, all good. The only wars we're involved in right now are of our own making and the Lotharingian War. Not a problem. We've taken that siege. Just got some vote changing around here. Everything is fine though. I'm considering putting the Crown Authority up to medium in Bavaria. We might do that after this war, maybe. It's not going to be very good for us because while we have a bunch of dukes with the 100 opinion of us, it's still going to cut into that. We do want to do it at some stage though. It's important. If we want to even have a chance at primogeniture, we need to up that. You know, I'd like them to finish this Lotharingian War, just end it, sort of thing. That'd be good for us. Yes, of course. Just this Corinthian guy just keeps throwing his vote around. And the reason he does it is because he's not under our... Like, he's not our vassal. So he kind of doesn't have many opinion modifiers against us, so he's throwing stuff around, and the slightest variation is causing him to shove his vote into different places. There he goes again. See, if we just check him out, nothing there. He doesn't have any sort of ticking opinion mod, like the long reign modifier. The only one there is prestige, and, well, that's not all that important. He does like us. He's just kind of not our man, sort of thing. Jeez, I really wish they'd hurry up and finish this war with Lotharingia. I mean, every moment that it drags on is bad for the Carlings. But it's just kind of annoying to be in a war and have this war score down here that I don't care about. Like, at all. Okay. We're not going to try and take on the rebellious army up here, the army of Dita. Because if we do that, we sabotage their efforts to do their own war, which they're technically winning at this moment. All I want is this province. That's it. I don't want to ruin them. I don't want to do anything weird like that. Just want this province. So we should get that in a moment. Occupy it. There we go. He will not accept peace. Come on, you pansy. Of course, of course. We don't actually have a ticking war score, which is interesting to me. So we're going to come over here to Fürstenberg and take some names. Yeah, no ticking war score. That's very interesting. We should, because the entire point is to occupy Ulm, which we're occupying. It's only this county here. It's not these things. That's the Duchy of Swabia. But yeah, this siege should go pretty quickly, because he raised his levies to go and fight in his little war. No problem. And we might actually have to kill this army. It's coming down to Ulm. They'll be able to besiege it, but we might try and finish this siege here first, just to see if we can get that war score up without having to take them on. Because, well, fuck East Francia, am I right? So, 4.3 every 12 days, and we're at 6.9 and ahead of them. Great. Philopharingian must be cycling his troops around or something. He keeps on putting them down and raising them up again. How's the war? You know, the Queen of Aquitaine might win that war without us getting involved. She is already 58% up. Good on her. I might offer to join in, just because she gets an opinion boost against us there. So yeah, we'll offer to join in. It's a very minor war, I gotta be honest. Okay, well, we don't have to attack the East Francians. The East Francians are doing that for themselves. Yep, great. Now we should actually get sight on what's happening, and yeah, she has won this. There's no way he can come back from that. What we might do is just walk up here and occupy this place, just for the giggles, if we care, I guess. So that's an interesting little fight. They are very evenly matched. And the rebels are going to win that. No, that's great. Good on them. How's that done for their war score? 37%. Not bad at all. And they will keep besieging this place, but even slower. Which is good for us. The slower they besiege it, the better for us. And after we take Ulm, we'll come over here to Domažlic and take it. Quite easily. And then we might look at taking out the last of the Sorbs and maybe Pomerania, just to cement our position up there. And, of course, increase our retinue size. We can actually get another shock retinue. We're going to do that, but we're not going to get them to come and join in because they'll be taken out by this 500-man army at this stage. That's good. That gives us what? I want to say 4,000 guys in our retinue? Yeah, it'll be 4,000 in our retinue. Because that will stack up to... Well, you just add these two numbers together and you've got it. The only danger with retinues is you can, well, lose a lot of money, to be honest. But... Ah, yes, another death trap thing. This time it wasn't the Jew guy, or the Jewish spy master, I meant to say. But it was one of the other courtiers. That's fine. Wonder if he got removed or something. Nope, still there. Still doing his thing. It's this one this time. Hodian. Anyway, retinues. The main danger is that you'll only have one type of troop or two types of troops. After we get, you know, the next shock retinue, we're going to start trying to expand and getting either defensive retinues or the knight retinues. While expensive, heavy cavalry is excellent. Okay, we won that siege, so he's still trucking along there, 3.9, and we'll take this place in 10 ticks, so we'll just stay here for the moment. We have killed Duke Louis IV of Bourbon. Unfortunately, the driver revealed my complicity. That's okay. We might be dishonorable, but Queen still likes us. And hey, he was a carling. Nobody cared. So currently this dude is the heir. He's also really easy to execute. He's a leper. You know, we could probably just leave him alone and he'd drop dead by himself. Just saying. And there's also Guillaume de Poitou and Himotalifa. Don't really care. I gotta be honest. Just don't really care. What about the Lotharingian? Lotharingian. He's got a lot of modifiers. He owes a lot of money to the Jews. Unfortunately, he's going to be very difficult to, assassinate anybody of. So, let's see. Adalbert and Bernard. Moo. Alright, East France, here it is. Nope, not going to be able to kill him. Huh. Something happened to all the dudes in his family. I wonder if that was us. Alright, well, let's see if we've got any betrothal options. He probably will not accept these because, well, you know who we are. No, desires a better alliance. Yeah, he can't actually get an alliance with us. But if that's only our nephew, do we have one of our sons, perhaps? I mean, there's my half-brother here. He would get an alliance there, but too young, political concerns, would prefer matrilineal. What about the other two? Clara and Amelberger, that'll be these two. She's 10. Betrothal? My son? It would result in an alliance, dude. Why are you complaining? Political concerns. You know, he's kind of right to be concerned about the politics of the matter, considering why we're looking at the betrothal options here. Okay, so how old was she? 5? Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Come on, we're good for it. Ah, political concerns. Who would inherit after them? That's a very good question. Let's find out. Nope, can't assassinate that one. Can't assassinate that one. Really? Are we not going to get any child? Oh, we can assassinate this one. Do it. Wow. Nobody liked this kid. Like, at all. It's going to be pretty rough, you know. Just one day, people are like, oh yeah, you. We don't like you, so we're going to throw you off a balcony. And you're like 5 years old. I mean, what have you done? What have you done to deserve that? I'll tell you what you've done. You've been born into a family with this crest. My son wants to be ambitious. Yes. Yes, ambitious is great. +2 everything. Unfortunately, it's bad for your vassals to have, and other ambitious people don't like you a little bit. But because Prince Lodov here is our heir, it's fine for him to be ambitious. I mean, he may try to shank us at some point, but it's fine. I'll know that the country will be in good hands. Oh, wow. It's kind of harsh, isn't it? Our son may murder us, but I know that, you know, he will have a good rule. Okay, we're still just accumulating military points for the purpose of military organization. We're letting the other ones just accumulate with time. But getting level 4 military organization just helps out so much of his eastern bullshit. I think after we take this place, we are going to come over here and just smack this guy down. Unless he wants to give up at that stage. Just because his siege is getting a little bit on the close side. How we doing? Okay, we've been about 40 minutes so far, so plenty of time. I thought it had been longer, but, well, I've been recording a lot today, so that's probably why. We do still have all of these weak claims, but I'm not concerned about most of them. I mean, the best thing that we could do with a lot of them is just install our particular individuals in courts. like Schwyz down here or Bamberg over here. It doesn't... Oh, actually, some of these might... It's kind of... It's going to depend on what happens here, because a lot of those claims were for our vassals already, like our landed vassals. Like there was one for Göttingen, which is this place up here, and one for the Duke of Messian. So it all depends what happens with Nuremberg, with Count Ernst here, with Ulm. If we get Ulm as part of our hegemony, due to this war, those weak claims that we can press against the King of East Francia, despite his comprehensive allies list, well, you know, we could push them. Okay, we've just won the Siege of Hirsau, which is this here, I believe. Yep. It still hasn't pushed us into winning territory. This is the war we're looking at. Yeah, he's losing. He won't give up yet. It'd take us longer to take this place than it did take the rebels. So we're just going to go over there and smack him one. Dieter would like to be steward. He's got a very good opinion of us. He's got a very good stewardship stat. 15. Guntrams is only 13. And Dieter would also like to be steward, so that'll become 15. He is my new steward. And there we go, 16. And we're just going to send him... First of all, we're going to stop him from leading goddamn troops. And send him to Oberbayern. Our councils are pretty good. 14 is a very good attribute, and 1 at 16, that's fine. So we should be getting a little bit more money from all of that. We're not going to intercept this guy, so we're just going to stop and sit. It's fine, we interrupted his siege. That's what we were trying to do. He is going to try and come back down to Ulm. But, you know, that's alright. Ulm is almost fully reinforced. Well, its garrison is. And he's still going to get a siege in, but we're going to have this city? No, the barony of Zollern will be taken long before that. These troops are coming along nicely. This guy wants to kill Ludolf, who is... I don't know. They're related in some way. He wants to kill him. Don't know why. So, stop it. What would be great if we could catch the Duke of Kempten in a plot? We probably won't because he does like us a lot. But, you know, it'd be nice. Because we want to consolidate our holdings in Bavaria itself. The Aquitanian revolt is going very well for us. Pateau has a bunch of peasants revolting in it, which is great. Because they're, you know, not our allies. 50 tech points! I'll take either economy or military. It gives them to us in culture, of course. I'm not particularly concerned about elevating any of these cultures. Majesty will probably be the next one we do. Because we're a pretty homogenous German, homogenous Catholic realm, so we don't have to worry about tolerance. Legalism is just far beyond the next step for us. It'd be nice, but because we're so far ahead of where the tech should be at this particular time period, it costs us even more. So Majesty is just useful. We only need 40 more tech points to get it, so we'll go for that when we next can. And we're already sort of elevating noble customs, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this little war goes on. So even if we go a little bit over time, which we're still about 10 minutes shy of when I normally want to wrap it up, but even if we do go a little bit over time, I will finish this war here for Ulm, just to see what happens. 2 hours later. I hope not. Wife's pregnant again. Damn, it's the bald. It's the bald and the double chin. Oh, we actually have a proper double chin as well as having double chins. That's kind of cool. It's like quad chin. The bald and the quad chin. The ladies like it. That's advice to all you men out there. Shave your head. Get a double chin somehow. Irresistible. Trust me. Anyway, the Siege of Zollern is coming along quite nicely, I must say. There was never really any doubt to that. We probably won't have to besiege Wurtemberg. I'd like not to, but if we have to, we have to. I'm not sure. He's going to Baden. Probably to continue trying to press his little war, which is sensible of him. Whereas the East Francians are going to go to Wurtemberg. I hope they don't besiege it. Good, they're going to chase him into Baden. That's fine. Because if they besieged that and took it, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Normally, what's supposed to happen is because normally we would be hostile with the East Francians, if the East Francians took Wurtemberg, we could go there, remove their siege, and apply our own. Even if they had it occupied, we could besiege, replace, unoccupy it, and just reoccupy it. I don't like the revolution's chances here, though they do have one flank fleeing. Wow, they're going to win that. Unless the central column does something weird. That's cool. It also leaves them in absolutely no state to besiege Ulm, which I'm happy with. And almost got this. There we go. 10.8 gold. More importantly, a little bit of war score. Still thinks he's in charge. Wurtemberg it is. That's annoying. Fortunately, yeah, he literally can't siege either of these provinces anymore because he only has 396 troops. Fürstenberg has 428 and Ulm has 508, so he can't progress the meter at all because we outnumber him. And this siege is going to take a while. And the other two wars are getting wrapped up fairly convincingly. The King of Lotharingia has almost won, and the Queen of Aquitaine is pretty close to winning. However, I've just noticed that there is quite a sizable rebel army here. But they're peasants. It could still be a problem for her, because she's outnumbered and losing. Oh, there we go. The Dieter of the East Francian Revolt will lose 100 prestige and give the Count Ulm. Let's see what happens. Wonderful. It's part of our hegemony. That's great. That's really good. I think we need to come down and help out. Though, no, we don't actually need to come down and help out. They'll be fine. Because that peasant rebellion will not contribute to the war score. And I don't think the Aquitaine rebellion has any troops. So just get everybody over here. And we'll probably start the war with Domarsleach before we finish. Which will be good. Good fun. The 11th of September. These guys will get to Nuremberg so I can take down the... there we go. So we can get rid of the vassals. Well, not vassals, the levies. The war for Aquitaine has ended in white peace. It means that this guy doesn't get imprisoned or anything. Though she may choose to imprison him as a rebel. And we're no longer involved down there, so we can't see what's going on. That's fine. And the war for Lotharingia should end fairly shortly as well. Anyway, of important note, if we look through our listings, what's that one for? We can't even see it. If we declared war for Schieß, Munster, or Bamberg, we might be able to take those provinces. Like because of how we took Ulm down here. Because all of these three claims, they're all weak claims, I think. But Duke Bruno, to begin with, is a member of the Lotolfinger dynasty, so we would get his stuff. basically. We'd get Bamberg properly. Munster up here is, well, the Prince Bishop of Osnabrück is part of our stuff already, so we'd get that as well. And Schwyz down here, we'd get that as well because this guy is the Count of Göttingen here. Let's have a look at how that works out for us. So Schwyz is actually part of Burgundy. It's not all that important to us. Bamberg is part of Franconia. And Munster is part of, what is this, Köln? Yeah. We also have a claim on Cleve, which we could possibly use, but it's part of Lotharingia. Who we could take if it was just them. But it won't be, will it? Vikings have turned up from Iceland. War's on hold for a little bit, boys. Just get our guys here. Put down the levies. Wonderful. Get them all together. Yeah, on 15th. There we go. Join up. Forces are as equal as they can be. And we're just going to send them up to Freiland to chase off some fucking Vikings. Our prestige has also recovered quite significantly from when we were at maybe 13. Whoops, I've clicked something wrong there. My liege, I am pleased to report the success of my mission to Rana. He's converted it all to the Catholic faith. Wunderbar. We have no non-Catholic provinces. That's good. That's very good. So, we could send him to research cultural tech, to one of the pagans to try and convert them, or to improve religious relations with someone. What's the Pope think of this? The Pope loves us. Holy shit, the Pope, despite being a drunkard, loves us. He would probably send us money. For 100 piety, 316 gold. He would probably, do a lot of things for us, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if he'd give us a claim on Kempton. Nope. Nope, because he has a positive opinion of the dude. What about some of these duchies, like Duke Karl here, though he is a chancellor, so no, request would be denied. What about the Austrian? Man, someone is cooking something outside and it smells delicious. Good thing this episode's ending shortly. I'm hungry. Almeric was curious about the visitors, but was polite enough to wait until the Chamberlain had escorted them to their rooms before he started asking thousands of questions about them, where they came from, why they looked so different, and who they were. Wait until the banquet, then I will introduce you to them. That will give him the gregarious trait, which is universally positive, or stop asking questions. Children should be seen and not heard. Which gets shy, or gregarious, and loses prestige. Let's make it gregarious. It's fine. It's good. It's good. The reason why it gives you the options which look like they'd just be completely negative and pointless is so that if you're educating, if I was educating a Carling, I would pick all of those negative choices. Just make them miserable rulers. So how is Aquitaine doing? Aquitaine seems to be going alright. That's good. That's good. It's very good. Are we allies? Why aren't we allies? We should be allies. We should be allies. I mean, there's a dynastic thing going on here. But she's had 2 lovely children. That's wonderful. Why aren't either of them your heir? Okay, we'll just chase these Vikings off and then we'll call it a day. Count of Rana is dead. It's been inherited by people. It's fine. As long as they're Catholic. And while we do that, we need to send... Yeah, we're going to let the merchants in. We're just going to send our guy to research cultural tech. Yeah, just for the moment, until we actually get something that we want to happen, he can research cultural tech in our capital. As soon as we get a province which isn't Catholic, though, tell us more about the mythical realms of Hindustan. So we should get a eunuch out of this who might be good at something. Yep, we get a steward named Alea man. So we accept his gift. Court. Order by name. Alea man. He's actually a pretty good steward. Yeah, he's really good, so we could get him to educate some of our children at some point. He is Monday culture, but he is also Catholic, so that's good. Monday is West African, by the way. It's down here, West Africa. Just culture. Monday. It's Mali, basically. That's fine. Mali is a very interesting choice to play in this game because, well, West African pagan religion, they're surrounded by Muslims in that they've only got Muslims to the north and nobody else anywhere else. So it's kind of like playing as the Jews. This guy has inherited Upper Cilicia. However, he is a dirty Slav and does not like us at all. Well, guess what, bro? Apparently I can't revoke his title. Why not? Part of Poland. Poland probably doesn't have the crown authority that I'm looking for. Son of a bitch. We can't just assassinate him. He won't take the independence thing. We could grant him independence and then just take it off him, but that wouldn't have much of a point. We do have a prisoner that he has. No, what we're going to do is when our chaplain, if he doesn't manage to get himself murdered before then, when our chaplain becomes reassignable on the 19th of April, we'll send him over to Upper Cilicia to try and convert that one guy. Elizabeth is a sickly, or she's ill, but hopefully she gets over that. This guy's going to have a negative opinion against us because our Chancellor was rate shit for a bit. We've got money. We should buy something. Like stables. Or we could, be a little bit more meaningful and buy something in Whittlesbark. I guess we could do that. Or Anberg. Or we could up something in the city. That relies on the mayor liking us. The church is already fully stacked. I mean, look at that. Full tech everywhere. Jeez. Let's just get cavalry from the stables. That's fine. It's fine. And we'll just chase these guys off, and then we'll call it an episode, because we're getting really close to that hour mark. So hopefully this will do just fine. Queen of Aquitaine is dead. That's unfortunate, isn't it? And that chief, the Slavic chief, has formed an independence faction. So who is now in control? King Menzio of Aquitaine, who probably doesn't like us very much. No, but he's a leper. He'll be dead soon. Unfortunately, it throws out all of our plans for the place, so we're just going to have to deal with that. It was fun while it lasted, but fortunately it's not going to be a Carling anytime soon. He hopes. Yeah, it's annoying. I watched my son load off at play with another child yesterday and noticed that he didn't want to share his toys. This is how children learn thrift. That's the greedy trait, which -1 diplomacy, but you get 10% extra money when he's in charge of places. Or he needs a lecture on charity. Charity, which is the usual 50-40-10 split. Charity +3 diplomacy and church opinion. So we'll pick that one. So now he is charitable. Wonderful. He's turning into quite a lovely little child. And yeah, we're probably not going to catch these guys, and even if we did, whatever. But let's just keep chasing them until they go away. Yep, off they go. Now we order our troops back down here to Pilsen to attack into Dommersleach. But we're going to call it there, because we're like half a minute shy. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. Love to hear from you about your own games, that sort of thing. Comments, leave them below. Like the video if you did like it. Subscribe if you want more. And I'll see you later. So I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.